Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Finesse2tymes. Now, Finesse2tymes been out in the streets, man, getting a bad reputation. I'm going to keep it real, man. Finesse2tymes came out of prison as one of the hottest rappers in the game. It was like instant. As soon as last year hit and he came out of prison, people were rocking with his music heavy. Had a big feature from Moneybagg Yo at the time that Moneybagg Yo was just tearing it up, right? Finesse2tymes hits the ground running, people resonating with his music. Then all these different incidents started to happen. You had one situation where a guy said that Finesse2tymes had scammed him out of some money. Then you had another situation where another guy said Finesse2tymes scammed him out of some money. And to be real, it kind of fits the profile. So people kind of shrug that off. I mean, the dude's name is Finesse2tymes. So should you be surprised if the dude finesses you? No, it's in his name. I wouldn't trust Finesse2tymes with any kind of money or any kind of business, man. Dude is never going to be able to live up or beat the fact that his name is Finesse for me. Now, later on in the year, some of the allegations started to become more serious. People in the music industry were actually saying that Finesse2tymes was finessing them out of money as well, that he was signing contracts and not living up to the obligations in those contracts. Now, in the music industry, this is a career killer. This is a reputation killer. This will really leave you out there bad. Even if your name is Finesse2tymes and people expect you to finesse, they still expect you to have some form of business purpose, some form of professionalism to where you're going to be held to holding up your contracts, man. That is a big thing in this industry or in any type of industry, to be real, man. I mean, outside of the other things, those could almost get looked over. But once that started to come out, there was a guy, he said that Finesse2tymes actually used a verse that he had purchased with the contract, and Finesse used that same verse on another song, man. So that came and went viral, man. Check out that video right here.
Somebody else that you ain't paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't paid for it and he paid for it, he paid to get it cleared, he paid. I can do what I want to do with my verse. How you gonna tell me what I can't do with my verse?
Now we get to today, where Finesse2tymes has been in this ongoing battle with DJ Academic. Him and DJ Academics are going back and forth. They going at each other left and right. DJ Academics put out on social media during one of his lives that, hey, the guy that Finesse2tymes had allegedly snitched on, that everybody kind of overlooked or whatnot because they were feeling his music, I want to talk to that guy. I got $20,000 to that guy if he can show me the paperwork where Finesse2tymes snitched on him. Because remember, Finesse2tymes faced some snitching allegations last year as well. Another thing that could be a career killer for some rappers. Eventually, he went on to prosper, do his thing. People overlooked it, kind of put it to the side. His mom even did a video where she talked about the situation. Well, the guy who had allegedly been on the case with Finesse2tymes has come out to speak, and I think that money was the motivation. So he took to social media and made some posts about Finesse2tymes, essentially calling him a flip-flopper and talking about the paperwork. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna post the paperwork and look at that video real quick. So let's check this out. All right, so you guys see this post right here. It says Memphis Crip calls out Finesse2tymes for snitching and claiming GD. Now, for everybody who's been paying attention to Finesse2tymes' career, Finesse2tymes has always kind of hid his gang affiliations or any affiliations to the street. I should say alleged affiliations because I don't know for a fact that he's involved with any gangs. But it's always been rumored that he was a vicelord. So now this guy is coming out and saying that Finesse2tymes used to claim GD, which are two opposite gangs and in most cases opposing gangs or whatever, depending on the situation and depending on the city. I don't know exactly in Memphis what the politics are regarding that, but that would seem like a flip-flop situation, or what they call a flip-flopper. Somebody who goes from one gang to the opposite gang, which is frowned upon in hip-hop and frowned upon in the streets. You know, hip-hop aside is frowned upon in the streets. But he's just trying to put that out there. So let's look at what else he said, because he did provide some paperwork allegedly, and it has Finesse2tymes' name all up in it. So let's check it out. All right, so this is the paperwork that they have right here. And you can see at the top, it says robbery, defendant statement, February 3rd, 2008. And it has an R and I, I'm assuming that's the case number. And it says this is the statement of Ricky Hampton. Now, Ricky Hampton is Finesse2tymes' real name. Now, it goes on to say the age, and then it also says his date of birth at the time, allegedly. Then it has all the identifying information about him, right? Then they list his home address and his everything about his phone number, all of that, right? So they list all that information out, right? They even list his mother's name in the paperwork, you know what I mean? Now, it goes on to say this. It says, this statement is being taken at the juvenile court third floor interview room on February 3rd, 2008 at 11:37 a.m. relative to the robbery complaint filed by Matthew Zelick, which occurred at Tutwiler and Hawthorne on January 28th, 2008, and which is filed under the same case number as you see above, right? Now, the statement is made to these two detectives, Detective M.J. Rosario, and I'm assuming this is badge number 1696, car number 1825, and Sergeant R. Robinson, number 7322. Then it says typed by Detective M.J. Rosario, and same badge number, same car number, right? Now, it goes on to say, Ricky Hampton, you are under arrest and may be charged with in connection with this complaint. So basically letting him know his rights. Says, I am going to ask you some questions regarding the above complaint. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and can be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to have a lawyer, either of your own choice or court appointed if you are unable to afford one, and to talk with him before answering any questions, and to have him with you during questioning if you wish. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, at 15 years old, you really don't know the gravity of those words, of your rights. You don't understand exactly what's being read to you. So it seems like a weird situation here where he's given his rights, but he's still not of age to actually, you know what I'm saying, sign these things for himself. So what's crazy is, I'm wondering, was his mom in there with him when he signed this and how this played out? If not, that could be a weird situation, man, for anybody, because you really don't understand that, yo, man, I could be quiet, talk to an attorney, solve this later on, as opposed to say something stupid accidentally and then, you know, end up in a bad situation. Now, it goes on with them asking him a series of questions. Now, the very first question that they ask him is, do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? And then right there, it says yes, as this was his answer that they typed out, and he initialed this to signify, or allegedly initialed this to signify that, yes, he understands that's his answer and this is what it is. The next question they asked was, do you wish to make a statement now? Answer was yes, with initials next to it. Allegedly, those are his initials. I'm not sure if Finesse2tymes initialed this. I'm not even sure if this paperwork is accurate. I'm just saying there's a lot of identifiers and information on this paperwork that would make you believe that this is accurate and this is real paperwork, and it looks like it, but man, let's continue. Now, this next set of questions is the wild part. It says, did you participate in the robbery of Matt Zilch, which occurred on Tutwiler Hawthorne on January 28th, 2008 at approximately 9 p.m.? Answer to that question was yes, sir. But if you notice, there's no initials next to that. Maybe he only had the initial just so that he can go on and he could acknowledge that he had his rights. But then it continues like this. It says, did anyone else participate in this robbery with you? If so, name them. Now, as the answer, which we can assume, he said yes. Jonathan LeDedrick Bonds and Dedrick Mungan. Now, those are two people that are allegedly on this case with him because he put them in there and put their names out there. So, according to most street people, yeah, this would be snitching. But, man, can you really hold this against him when he's like 30 years old now, 30-something years old now, and this allegedly happened when he was 15 years old, and it was all about a simple robbery? You know what I mean? It's not like a big-time crime or anything crazy like that. But there's a guy who wanted to make his point known, who allegedly is the guy who put the paperwork out originally. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up a video of this guy talking about the situation. Let's check this out.
Yeah, man, the Finesse2tymes case, bro. The state case, bro, that whole real, man. I'm Lil DJ Bond, man. I'm in that paper.
Okay, so this guy is the guy Lededrick Bond. And he's saying that the paperwork is real, and he's one of the guys being named in the paperwork.
Work, man. You know what I'm saying? With that there, with his name right there. Yeah, man, I'm in it like that. Yeah, see, really though, man, the finesse nigga, man, it man ain't been a flip flop ass.
Now, at this point, he's going to go on to talk about the fact that Finesse2tymes switched from one gang to the other, or is allegedly claiming a different gang when he met him.
That nigga, all the allegations y'all saying about the nigga, he been brought up on like that, man. Y'all got paperwork from 2008, fool. You think this shit a game with what? Nah, he just lying, and you know, hey, man, nigga, remember when you was GDN and all this shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. Like, we shook up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't GD, I'm cribbing, but, man, it was 8-ball rolling at these year time right here.
Now, a lot of people might be confused. 8-ball rolling is actually an alliance between Crips and GDs that was in certain states, certain places, New York, Georgia, I believe Memphis, like things like that. So he said that they shook up, meaning they greeted each other as gangsters in that alliance, allegedly, man. And that's to assume that any of this is true. But he's basically saying that he knows for a fact because they shook up gang signs and all that.
On this, you know what I'm saying, man? This nigga, man, is a fucking character, man. Trust me, man. Like, I'm in the black and white, man, right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. This shit for real, for real.
Okay, so there you heard from the guy Lededrick Bond, and he was actually in that paperwork that's floating around. He says it's real deal. I'm assuming he's going to be reaching out, trying to talk to somebody to tell his story or whatnot. But what do y'all feel about this, man? Is this a clout move, or is dude just setting the record straight, putting it out there and letting it be known that Finesse2tymes had some bad paperwork out there, and he had insight on what really went down with the whole case? Now, with that, and I just had one more question for y'all. How do y'all think this is going to play out for Finesse2tymes in the long run, man? Seems like he's been burning a lot of bridges out here. Seems like a lot of people don't trust him like they used to. And I don't know, will this have an effect on his business just as long as he's making good music? Or is this just another bump in the road? Or could this possibly stop what he's got going on right now? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And if you want to see my last video about YFN Lucci, look down below. And also, if you want to check out my video about the FBG Duck situation and the O Block 6 actually being caught on camera, leaving the scene, going to the scene, and carrying out the shooting or whatnot, make sure you hit that link next to it. And we out of here. Peace.